This is Kayla at Let's Talk About Deals. If you don't know me, I'm doing a quick live to explain how to use all of my links and how to walk through using Discord and everything like that. So I wanted to make this video because a lot of us are connected from my Bible studies that I do on Whatnot. And so a lot of people are not familiar with the way that Discord works or GroupMe, for example, or even if you're on YouTube, you may not be familiar with how Whatnot works. And so the purpose of this live is to help kind of walk through getting connected with me and all of those platforms and stuff. And taking, the community, the Bible study community that we have between Whatnot and here on YouTube and connecting us all together, so that our community grows together in Jesus, and we can be encouraging to each other, encourage each other in the Lord, that kind of a thing. So, first and foremost, how to find me on YouTube. Well, I'm not YouTube, I'm sorry. How to find me in our Facebook group, you guys. So we have a private Facebook group that is a group that is a connection and a community beyond where what God has already allowed us to build and the bonds we've built with each other from our Bible studies on Whatnot. So if you, first of all, are not part of our Let's Talk About Jesus group, let me flip the camera around. This is our Facebook page. Let's Talk About Jesus. You just search Let's Talk About Jesus. You can see it's our private group. And in here, I post the prayer requests that we share throughout the week. I usually, like in our Bible studies, we have people that post like Bible reading plans. Here is my link tree. Also in there is our Amazon wish list, which somebody in Bible study asked me to create a wish list of items that I could potentially use as giveaways in my encouragement bundles on Whatnot and things like that. So in our group, we have that there. This is my link tree. And we just share encouragement. I share my Whatnot Bible studies over there. Zeal Church is one of my friend's church that he pastors, and so he shares stuff from that. So it's just basically a place. Here's a sign up for a raid train. So basically, the Let's Talk About Jesus Facebook page is our connection point as a community. So if you're on the Let's Talk About Jesus page, it does have this picture of Let's Talk About Jesus, the taco holding the Bible. When you search it in Facebook, you just type in your search bar, it pops up for me, but it probably wouldn't at this point for, you if you hadn't typed it in before. But just write Let's Taco About Jesus in your search bar, and then the group should pop right up for you. For you, you're going to need to request to join it. It is this group right here. That group right there. It is not this one. That is somebody else, but it is this group with the taco holding the Bible. That is how you join to be really, that's kind of the beginning of our community. The starting point of our community really came from Whatnot itself. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, it is an app that looks like this. When you go into Whatnot, it is a really buying and selling app where people run auctions and everything like that. But for me, I run a lot of faith-based shows. On Monday, we're starting Perfect Love Casts Out Fear, which will be streamed over here to YouTube. And then we have other different shows on Whatnot. Most of the faith-based ones will be streamed over, but I do help run raid trains on Whatnot. So what I wanted to do is quickly go over how to find the links and how to be able to really connect and use Discord. A lot of people don't know how to use Discord. I'm going to lay it down. I think that will make it easier to see what I'm doing and try to hold my hand still so it doesn't, you know, it doesn't wiggle around like crazy. I still got my old picture from when I had it for Christmas on my old phone screen. Anyway, so you guys, in YouTube, you'll see in the description this same link tree. I'm gonna go to it on here on our Facebook page. And when you click on the link tree, it takes you to my link tree. Linktree is a really great place to connect all of my social accounts. If you don't have a Linktree or if you never use Linktree, these are all clickable links. This is my GroupMe. You join it to be part of our GroupMe chat, which we'll talk about that in a minute. I have the Amazon list for donations to the ministry here that we're running. Let's talk about deals in our Bible studies. Let's talk about Jesus. This is my Facebook page link, my Instagram, and here's an invitation to be a buyer and a seller on Whatnot. So that's all in there. And then I have YouTube linked there as well. I will have my Discord in there. It's not showing up right now. I need to fix and tweak that. So we'll get into my Discord a different way. But just let me know. I can send you guys links as needed for Discord. Here is GroupMe. Let's go to GroupMe real quick so I can explain to you what it is and how to use it. You would see something like this. I'm already a member. We only have 2 members in GroupMe so far. So it's a good place for our community to get together and chat. GroupMe is a really good way for us to chat with multiple people, like a lot of people at once, where Whatnot is somewhat limited in the amount of people that you're able to chat with at once. So this is how my GroupMe messenger works and looks like. Maybe it's better if I put it up like that, actually. You can probably see it more clearly. It's the same taco with the Bible, so you know you're in the right place. We have our main chat thread where everyone that joins will be able to chat with each other, just talk about anything in their life or their day. It's basically like our own virtual chat room on GroupMe for the Let's Talk About Jesus, Let's Talk About Deals community at large. And here so far you can see like updates pop up in the chat, which you can expand out. And it says I added a new topic, somebody joined our group, etc. I just put a song that was on my heart, the lyrics to it in the group chat. This part of GroupMe is a place for us to talk about general things. Just our chit chat hangout spot. So if you guys join the GroupMe, that's amazing. I will be creating threads as well. So I've got prayer requests where you guys on here can add your prayer requests and we can pray over them in the GroupMe. Then I also have some upcoming raid trains. We have the We Speak Jesus raid train. So if we need to, it's really hard on Whatnot to be able to communicate with every single person on the train, especially if your train has more than 30 people. Because Whatnot limits the number of people you're allowed to have in one group chat. And when I run really long raid trains, I tend to have 2 or 3 or like a couple different group chats on Whatnot to be able to talk about the raid train on Whatnot as we are running it. Where here, as many people really as we want to can join these threads. And so eventually I'm trying to get into the routine where when you sign up for a raid train, you then would join into the proper thread. You'd go into my GroupMe and you'd be in the thread and you'd be able to discuss and talk about the raid train. So as the train is going on, if there's a cancellation or somebody, switches or whatever, I could put that note in this GroupMe and everybody would see it all at once instead of me having to copy and paste the note into several different Whatnot group messages. So That is my hope with the raid train threads, that we can, as I plan them and set them up, I can share the thumbnail in them. I can share the GroupMe sign up there so people can click on it and sign up. This is an upcoming raid train on Whatnot that I have. It is Vision 2026, and the sign up is here. And there's the thumbnail that you would use for that train. Most of my trains on Whatnot are faith-based raid trains. So if you're on YouTube and you haven't really joined, Whatnot yet, but you're part of our community here on YouTube, you may want to consider joining Whatnot, because then you're able to um, join raid trains and be part of that. Especially if you're like a faith-based seller, you may really enjoy some of our trains. So this is GroupMe. Again, we've got our main chat thread, we've got our prayer request thread, and a place for announcements. This is very important, because even though I put announcements on our Discord and also on our Facebook page, here on GroupMe, it's a very clear that only people that are basically me, are able to put announcements in here. So it won't get crowded and announcements won't get lost. Y'all will be able to clearly see important announcements about upcoming Bible studies or whatever. So joining the GroupMe is easy to do. It's free. It's awesome. I can add new topics as needed. But for now, in the GroupMe, see, I had to clear up just a bit. There we go. In the GroupMe, now we have the main chat, prayer request section for you guys to add in prayer requests. We have the Vision 2026 raid train thread, and then we've got a chat for the We Speak Jesus raid train, which is happening this next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, and a place for announcements. That is GroupMe. It's a really good place to join, and it is very useful. You can see the link for that in our Facebook group itself, and also in my link tree, which is actually linked in the description here on YouTube as well. So that's on the link tree. Again, we have our Amazon wish list on there, my Instagram, everything's all connected to make it easier for you guys to click on the links and connect as a community with the Let's Talk About deals, Let's Talk About Jesus family. Again, in our Facebook group, you get things like this. Jonathan is a pastor, and he shared this really amazing Bible reading plan with us. And I'm doing it, and others are doing it as well. So being in the Facebook group has so many benefits. If you have an emergency prayer request and you need God to answer it right away, and you need people to pray over it, instead of us as a Whatnot community having to message so many people to be like, hey guys, pray over this, you can see you can get prayer, you can put a post on this Facebook group and say, hey guys, I need prayer, or in the GroupMe chat, or in anything like that. At the top here of the Facebook group is the featured post section, just like in any Facebook group. All of the important announcements and links and things are linked at the top to make it easier for you to be able to find them without trouble. I do have our link tree, our Discord linked here as well. This is the QR code that you can scan to join the Let's Talk About Jesus GroupMe chat that we were just discussing. And then here, a little further down, I have my Discord server link, and I'll make sure to pin this one. I don't know if this one, it probably is pinned. Let me double check that it is. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm going to pin it to the featured. So the Discord link and my GroupMe link are now pinned at the top. This is Discord and how it works. Discord, when you click on the Discord link, if I send it to you, if you click on it from my link tree or from the group message in GroupMe, or if you find it from me messaging you on Whatnot or whatever, you click on the Discord link, you accept the invitation. This is my Discord, and it's very interesting. Discord is confusing for people who are just getting in there, so I wanted to make this video really to talk about Discord and how it works. So this is Discord. You see, I have different servers that I'm a part of, basically different rooms that I'm a part of, run by different people, right? Mine is this one. And there's also messaging feature where you can individually message people on Discord. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. Okay, so this is my Discord. When you come in, you will probably show up in this Raid Trains I'm Creating thread right here, which you'll see when you go into that. People pop in and they're waving to each other because they just showed up in here. People are requesting, oh, can you add me to the train? And different things like that. So this is where when you join the Discord, you'll probably show up in this Raid Trains I'm Creating section. As you can see that there's 3 people online right now. So when you're in the Discord, you might be a little confused when you first come in and you're like, oh, I'm here to sign up for raid trains for whatnot, but how do I do it? Because all I see is a bunch of people waving at each other. Well, that's easy. You just go up here to the top corner and you click on the arrow. And once you click on that arrow at the top, you see something that looks more like this. You can see like a welcome section, which I need to edit still, but it'll have things in it when I'm done, like read this first and rules. I haven't edited that yet, but that's going to be there. And then I have community threads. Let's talk about everything chit chat. So this thread is where if you want to have general conversation about whatever in our group chat here, this is where you would comment and just talk and everything here. The group chat. You can send a message here. Hey, how you guys doing today? This is just our chit chat section. But then again, at the top, if you click that arrow to leave out of here, you see you can expand or close out different things. Like right now, everything's open. To make it easier, you can hide things from yourself. You got your Let's Talk About Everything chit chat. You got a prayer request thread here where we can put our prayer requests. You see some people have already added in prayer requests here, so that's pretty awesome. And you can like respond to people, and it's a good community building thing. Discord in general, I like it. So, sorry, hopefully I'm not moving the screen around too much. I am a little bit, I'm sorry. Then I have a place for Amazon wishlist where you guys can share your Amazon wishlist with each other, and like mine are posted there and stuff like that. And then raid trains I'm creating. This section is one of the most important sections of our Discord because it's where I put all the signups first for signing up for a raid train. And then I have this section down here, Discords you need to join like yesterday. Join these recommended servers and you'll see that I have Crunchy Mama Market Raid Train in here, her server, because her and I are collabing on a really awesome raid train, which is called, it's a books of the Bible. It's Let's Talk About Truth raid train. We're going to be visiting the different books of the Bible as we raid from one whatnot seller's room to another to another. So that one you need to join if you want to be part of that raid train, because the sign up is not going to be posted here. It's going to be posted over on her server. So you would just click it and join. Hers is very different than mine. When you click into it from that link, you'd be in here and they show you different things, but then you go up to the top again and you can actually in that server, when you're in there, you have to put an introduction first, like when you first come in. So you would go to the introduction section and then you just put an introduction of yourself. And once you do that, then you're able to sign up for that particular raid train. Now back to my server. Again, we'll click on the one with me and all my kiddos, that picture right there. You're back in my server again. In my server, I post in the raid trains I'm creating section all the different raid trains. that I'm collecting, or that I'm creating, and the signups and everything. So the upcoming raid train on the Books of the Bible section, if you click on that one, it has the link also to go straight to Crunchy Mama's server to be able to sign up for that raid train about the Books of the Bible. So that's why it's easy, because it's divided by train. So then we have the We Speak Jesus raid train right here. That is basically full. There's a few people that have asked to be on the wait list, but you can see that would be all the information about that train. And then I have trying to find the vision one. It's hiding because I haven't commented in it right here. I'll put a comment in and then it will show up. I'll just be like, hi. Okay. So did you see before that there were only 2 raid trains right here because nobody had commented recently in this one? But now that I commented, the Vision 2026 raid train has popped up. So that is where you find the Sign Up Genius link to the raid train. And that is where you click on it and you sign up for the raid trains for Whatnot. So hopefully that makes sense. Basically up here, the most important things to know is that when you come into Discord, you're going to be in a thread. One of the threads, probably raid trains I'm creating. You click at the top near the arrow, and then all the other stuff pops up that you may need to be able to access. And as I create new raid trains, new threads will be added here that you can click on. You can scroll up and read what you may have missed. You can see that this was the start of it. Here's the thumbnail that you would use if you sign up on that train. Here's, different people commenting about it. I changed the dates, and so that was changed in the title. People are requesting, I'd like a spot, and then I put the Sign Up Genius, because a lot of times I create a thread about the train before I actually make this link to sign up. That way we can build interest and people start to be like, ooh, I might want to be in this train. Again, you go to the top of the screen and you click out of that thread, and then you can see all of the upcoming trains. As I add more in, there will be more spots opening up right here, and it will just continue, the stuff will shift down and there'll be extra things added on that people can go in and sign up. How to sign up for a raid train if you've never used Sign Up Genius. I'll click on that and show you. When you're in the thread, you see a link like this, which I also put on our Facebook page often, the Sign Up Genius link. And then I'll put instructions like go grab a spot, 1 slot per person for now, because sometimes if a train doesn't fill up on Whatnot, we open up where people are able to sign up more than 1 spot. So you just click on it. From here, you visit the site. Sign Up Genius looks like this. And I'll go through signing up for a raid train real fast too, just to make that simpler if people have not used Sign Up Genius before. At the top, you have all the information about the train. You have what is the train about, like the purpose behind it, the requirements, like for this particular train, they are 1-hour slots listed in Eastern time. Make sure to adjust your time zone as needed. Post your show as soon as possible. To start collecting bookmarks, run at least 1 gift card giveaway. You decide the amount. Run a few additional giveaways of your choice. Raid in to let Let's Talk About Deals between 8 and 8:30 Eastern on both days to help build up the train. So you'll have detailed requirements at the top. You'll have a description of what the train is about, information where you can email if you need me. You can email me, and you sign up by making sure you agree with everything that's required. Then you go down here, you could choose to share it out. There'll be a lot of like advertisements and stuff on the side. That's just a Sign Up Genius thing. You go down here, and this is where you sign up for the spots. So you can see that when they're full, there's a person's name there. When they're empty, it still says to sign up. So how to sign up for a Sign Up Genius if you've never done it before is, it's hard to kind of see. You click on the spot you want. right here says sign up, even though you probably can't see it because there's a glare. You need to hide. Okay, well, if you hide quiet, that's fine. So right there is where it says sign up. So for example, I'll sign up and show you guys how to do it. You just select it. Then you see it check marks. And once it check marks, you go down to the bottom and you say save and continue. It pops up the screen where it says, the time and the date that you're signing up for. And then you put your Whatnot name right here. That is very important because if you put your personal name, your government name, whatever you want to call it here, it makes it harder for me to know the name of your Whatnot channel. So when we get ready to raid into you, it's tricky. You can put your phone number as an option, that kind of stuff. So that is the way. And then when you're done, you would just push sign up now. So that is the way Sign Up Genius works. And that is the way Discord works. I hope it makes sense. This is the app somebody asked me that I use to be able to stream over to YouTube when I'm live on Whatnot. So on one phone, I go live in this and stream over to YouTube while I'm live on another phone on Whatnot, and that's the process. I'll quickly show that. Streamlab is right here. When you go into it, you see some different settings and stuff. Basically, it looks like this when I get ready to go live on YouTube. Hi, good to see you. You have your go live button. So you would have already connected by this point. It's easy to do when you first get in there. You connect to your particular channels and stuff, and you can flip the camera as needed. But you click here and click go live. And then you can choose where you want to broadcast to. You can only broadcast to one platform at a time unless you pay for Ultra, like the upgrade version, which I may eventually do, so I can stream over to Twitch and YouTube and other places all at once. And they actually do have lots more platforms that you are able to stream over to as well. So that is something, if you're a streamer, you want to be able to stream over to another platform simultaneously. You would need to use this downloaded on a separate device, go live and stream to those places on that device while you're live on, like for me, Whatnot on my other phone or device. And then once you get it there, you just push next. It pops up a description, you put your thumbnail in, and then you just push down here, go live, and that streams for you over to another platform. So I hope this video makes sense. I hope you guys understand GroupMe and Discord and other things better than you did before. Let me go back to Discord for a minute. That's the one I really want to make sure you guys understand how to use because it's really important to being able to sign up for future raid trains. You'll get something like this and say, yes, go to server when you click my Discord link. And then there you are in the server. So again, at the top, you have like a welcome message, which I need to get filled in. You have your community threads, which are, our chit chat section, just to talk, our like little group chat area, prayer requests, our amazing, our Amazon wish list. I'm sorry about that. I messed up. And then raid trains you're creating, or I'm creating. And then you guys have opportunities to sign up on those links as we add more raid trains in, to be able to be a seller on a faith-based or a regular different kind of, whatever kind of raid train I end up doing. And then there is an option to do voice messaging on here and like talk like a phone call with each other as well. So everybody, if you haven't joined the server for Discord or my GroupMe or any of those things yet, hopefully this made it a little clearer for you to understand how to do it, how to work it, all of that stuff. I don't know what I did to my screen. So anyways, hopefully that made it more clear. Again, the real start of everything is our Facebook page. When you connect with us on our Facebook page, Let's Talk About Jesus. All the other links that you need are there. Hi, buddy. Everything you need to get started and connect with our community outside of Whatnot itself is linked either in my link tree or the Facebook page. So I hope that that really helped explain. I know Discord is very unfamiliar to newer people who are just getting started. Maybe Linktree is unfamiliar to you. Maybe GroupMe is unfamiliar to you. For me, when I started using these platforms, all of them were very confusing to me. Linktree is just a group of links like set up on a web page where you can easily click each one and go and connect. This one gives you a $15 credit that you can use as a new buyer on Whatnot. This one gives you up to 150 cash bonus for signing up as a seller on Whatnot, if that's something you're interested in doing. I will get my Discord linked here. It's not right now. My GroupMe account right there for our group messaging is here. The Amazon list, which is, let me click that real quick. Someone in my Whatnot had asked me to, let me go on with the external browser and read kind of a little brief overview of what the wish list is all about. A friend of mine in my Bible study on Whatnot had asked me to create a wish list for the Let's Talk About Deals, Let's Talk About Jesus ministry. And there's items on there that I could sell that could help raise money. There's items like these bookmarks and stuff that we, stickers that we use in our encouragement giveaway bundles and things like that. So there's a lot of different ideas. Somebody had wanted an option to be able to donate. Let me flip the screen back around. To be able to donate to our Let's Talk About Jesus mission, our ministry that God's really growing on Whatnot, and here also over to YouTube. So if you are new to Whatnot, if you just started seeing me stream the Bible studies daily over here on YouTube, I wanted to say hi and welcome. I'm so excited to be able to share with you what the Lord is giving me and teaching me and encouraging me with, and hopefully it encourages you as well. I do stream my Whatnot Bible studies daily, Monday through Saturday. There is going to be a change upcoming in the last week of January. I am going to be starting my Friday afternoon show about women. It's a women's only Bible study. It is Joy on the Journey, talking about being a joyful mother of children. And that is going to be on Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So when I go live for that, it's not going to be on Whatnot anymore. And also my Saturday morning Bible study at 9 a.m. Eastern Time is going to be on Zoom. We are going to be doing Zoom meetings with our ladies part of the family that God has, put together here through Whatnot and through our Bible studies. And we are actually going to be doing those Bible studies that are specifically ladies only on Zoom starting on the 23rd of January. That last Friday and Saturday of this month. So and the other one, the one on Saturday, is a study on Christian womanhood. And both of those ladies only Bible studies are going to take place on Zoom. So definitely, do you want to join the Facebook group and join us on Whatnot if you can? And also, you can still watch the replays on here of the Bible studies, because that's why I wanted to stream them over here for people when they're not able to actually watch live. So that is why I'm streaming them over here. But the ladies' Bible studies are not going to be streamed over here. You're going to need a reminder? Yes, girl, no worries. I was wondering who was watching because we didn't have any chat popping up. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, we're going to do those on Zoom. The reason we're going to do the ladies' Bible studies on Zoom is to protect the idea of it being a ladies' Bible study. And with it being on Zoom, I'm able to control who we allow in like in the room. Where in the whatnot or here on YouTube, anybody can listen and anybody can, be encouraged in the Lord, and I'm fine with that. But when I'm doing these ladies only Bible studies, specifically the Joy on the Journey, a Joyful Mother of Children on Friday afternoons and Saturdays, I see. And Saturdays when I'm doing the Christian Womanhood Bible study in the mornings, we're going to do that over on Zoom. And the reason is because then we're able to be more open with each other, more vulnerable, not having to worry about if there's like a man listening in that maybe, we don't necessarily want listening in just because it's a ladies' Bible study. I want everyone to feel very comfortable. And on Zoom, we can interact face to face. It's not going to be required for people to turn their cameras on if they don't want to. But if you do want to, you can be on screen with your camera and we can be interacting with each other. We can be talking face to face, everybody. There's a feature where if like I'm doing the active like devotion part of our Bible studies, everyone can mute themselves. So it's not distracting and everyone can still hear. But if you guys want to, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. It's part of what Zeal has been talking about trying to incorporate Zeal Church into more of an online actual church too, where there's more fellowship one with another, and it's not as much just you guys typing in chat and somebody talking to you, but there's more participation. There's it's going to be useful for doing discipleship for Zeal and Zeal Church, and I'm really excited to be a part of the entire thing. But one part of it that I'm going to do is be helping with the women's ministries and women's Bible studies, because out of the core group of us, I'm the only woman. You guys do your Bible studies on Zoom every Wednesday. That's awesome, right? So you're already familiar with how it works and what it does. I was live on here because I wanted to get everyone familiar with like Discord and GroupMe and all those things, because a big burden God's put on my heart for this group and this family on Whatnot is that it extends beyond Whatnot, that we become a true community of brothers and sisters in Christ who love the Lord, and we're encouraging to each other, and we become even more like a family. And I think that incorporating the ladies' Bible studies onto Zoom is going to make it even more of that family feel for us. We're going to be able to really truly love on each other and pray for each other, and like, you can't hide behind a text message in a chat. You can hide your emotion, your pain, what you're going through, but you can't really hide it when you're in a room with everyone, right? So I'm thankful for that opportunity. Zeal Church is actually going to be handling the expense of the unlimited version, where I'm able to log in and do my Bible studies from there for the ladies. But because if you don't do the paid version, you're unable to go live for more than 40 minutes. It like cuts off. There's like a time limit to it. So, but I'm thankful for Zeal Church and for, Zeal stepping up and doing that for us. It's such a blessing. It's going to enable us to be able to really encourage each other a whole lot more, even than we do. I mean, the Lord's been moving through Whatnot, and I'm not moving away from Whatnot altogether. Most of our Bible studies are still going to be over on Whatnot and streamed here onto YouTube. But for these two specific ladies classes that I want to be very specifically ladies only, Zoom is a really good solution. So I just wanted to make sure to bring that out there. I mentioned it briefly in Whatnot, but you got to be careful with referring people to outside sources when you're on Whatnot, because they don't really like that, and you can get yourself in trouble with the terms of service. So I sort of mentioned we were going to meet elsewhere, but I didn't really specifically say where. So here on YouTube, I have a bit more freedom to be able to say, hey guys, we're going to Zoom for our Joy on the Journey, a Joyful Mother of Children Bible study on Friday afternoons at 2 Eastern. And then for the Christian Womanhood Bible study, it's going to be Saturday mornings. I'm thinking instead of 9 a.m., I may push the time back to 10 a.m. on Saturday because of the time zone differences. If I started at 9 a.m., that's early for people that are living, in Pacific time zone, or, Mountain time zone is a little bit early. So I may switch the time on the Saturday Bible study till 10 a.m. Eastern time. So it's like 7. So it still would be very early for somebody in like Pacific time, I guess. But anyway, it'd be better. It'd be a little bit better. So I'm praying on that, praying on the time change and stuff. But I just wanted to go live real quick, show you guys how Discord works, how GroupMe works, how to sign up for raid trains if you've never done it before, all the things. Hopefully this video is helpful. I'm going to share it over to our Facebook page as well. I'm going to mention this video when I go live for Bible study on Monday, to be able to, give people the option and the ability to be able to look and see how to use those other platforms, because I think God is going to use all of them as a tool to really unite our community. Between the Facebook page, where we can all kind of hang out and share pictures of our lives and families and prayer requests and encouragement, and then the GroupMe, when we all need to chat about something like really, really specific all together, or if you have a prayer request, that's a really good place to put it too, because everyone who joins GroupMe will be able to see it. But again, all of these are like private spaces, and only who is part of our family and group and who really is here for good purposes is going to be able to see and be part of those things. So, and then we're going to be meeting on Zoom for these ladies Bible studies, and then I'm going to be using Discord as a place to also connect us and really build up and create our raid trains going forward. So I'm really excited for what God is doing and what the Lord is going to continue to do. There's been a lot of growth here in YouTube. I've gotten several subscribers over the last few days, so thank you all for that. I'm going to make sure to follow you guys or subscribe back to you. And thank you guys for being here and being part of our community and our family. And if you're somebody who's been watching on YouTube primarily, I'm excited that you are, but I wanted to also invite you to come over to Whatnot, because on Whatnot we do run giveaways as well during our Bible studies, so you can win some encouragement bundles and just stuff that'll come to your house and cheer you up and encourage you. And then also, definitely join that Facebook group, Let's Talk About Jesus, that we talked about, because it's another extension of building this community of faith and prayer and encouragement one with another. So all right, you guys, I'm going to get off here, go hang out with my family, and get ready to have some dinner and stuff, and get ready for, church tomorrow. So I would leave you with this encouragement. If you are not plugged in at a church somewhere, find you a good church to go to tomorrow. If you can't go to church, or you're very hesitant to go to church, I would highly recommend watching Zeal Church at Zeal for Deal on Whatnot, or Zeal Church here on YouTube, because he live streams his services over onto Whatnot, and then he uploads them here to YouTube after church. So you have a good night too. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you. You guys have a good night. Feel free to leave your comments if you come back on later and I'm not live anymore. Definitely leave your comments, leave prayer requests, questions, whatever you can do, whatever I can do to help you all out as you're figuring out all these apps. When I first went on Discord and Groupon and all the other ones, I was lost and confused. So anyway, have a good night. I'll see you guys Monday morning. Monday morning, we start Perfect Love Casts Out Fear, a new Bible study on God's solutions and answers to our fears, stresses, and anxiety. That is going to be over on Whatnot, 9 a.m. Eastern to about 11 a.m. Eastern, and live streamed over here on YouTube as well. So, God bless you. Have a good night, and I'll see y'all really soon. Bye. How do I end this live stream? I do not know. No, that's how to share it. I've never gone live on here this way before. I think I ended like this. Yes, there we go. Bye. Have a good night.